you ready? Let's go!
One.
Alright, hello everyone. I am Peter, and welcome to Game of the so we have into very with
I'm sorry, can the stream understand Q-tip?
Yeah, I have the stream on.
One.
Okay, hello everyone. Sorry for technical difficulties. But yes, we are back. Welcome to Gamers for Hope. The next, uh, the next stream will be at Universe 4 playing Skylanders. So yeah, let's get donating. The Tohu thing has been extended to this run, so if you want to watch the Tohu one, then please donate.
Okay. Yeah, so I will be running Skylanders, Spyro's Adventure. I think they can hear me. Yeah, here we go. I'll be running Skylanders, Spyro's Adventure. If you guys aren't familiar with this game, it's a Toys to Life game. It was the first one, as far as I know. And because of that, obviously you can see on the left I have the camera, and the camera shows the portal with all the Skylanders. And so you'll be seeing me take them off and put them on at various times, sometimes for, glitches and sometimes just to do, intended things. And yeah, there's a ton of glitches outside of things just related to the portal as well, usually relating to movement for a specific Skylander. There are 22 chapters in the game, and all of them have unique things that you do, and you'll see that a lot of them we skip almost entirely because of some glitches related to the portal. But in terms of the run, that is really all there is about it. About me, I guess I'll say a little bit. I have every main category world record in this game, as well as every IL record in the game, so I'm a little bit seasoned. So I'm hoping that this will be a good, showcase of the run for anyone that's entirely unfamiliar with it, which I'm sure is most people. But yeah, now I'll let my couch members introduce themselves in whatever order they deem necessary.
Well, my name's on here first. I'm Corey. I've been running Skylanders games for like 8 years or something now. Big fan of this community.
I'm Mark Alarm. I'm primarily a glitchless runner. I'm the former world record holder for that category, but I've dabbled in doing commentary for any percent, so yeah.
I'm Mega Ant-Man. I am a former Any% world record holder, and I'm also God's greatest personality hire, and I'm happy to be here.
I am Jens. I am the former 100% world record holder for this game, and I got here last minute.
The secret couch member.
Yeah, surprise couch members, I like to call them.
Yeah, so I think that's introductions out of the way and things about the run and all that, so I think I'm ready to get started. Whoever's starting the timer, I believe that's Q-Tip.
I think you get to do your own countdown.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Okay, Q-Tip, are you ready then?
I am ready.
Okay, cool. Let me get to the right screen. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck, have fun.
Good luck.
French.
Oh yeah, the game's in French because it's faster.
That's the first time save.
Yep.
All right, so I might be I might be
Yeah.
a little bit of an old head, but we used to use Zap in this chapter. We currently have Tornado because he's fast and he goes up walls. And sorry, I guess I'll just explain right here as I'm talking. Right now we're actually going to skip a cutscene because Bash is cool, and as a second player he kind of stands in the way of a cutscene trigger, and you can just kind of walk right through. So you didn't really see anything happen interesting, but Universe basically just saved a minute by putting a second player in the portal.
The cutscenes in this first level are all unskippable as opposed to the rest of the game, which makes sense. It's a tutorial level. But here we get to see the first of these so-called soup jumps, which is a very, very interesting piece of tech that involves wedging this character Warnado into a corner and that just lets him jump in a game where you're not supposed to jump.
For some reason, he goes upwards.
Here we're trying to get around another cutscene trigger by just... We're not supposed to be on top of that wall, but you can wiggle past it if you get on top of it like that.
Yeah, these are strats that have existed for a while, but I'm actually really fascinated and honestly impressed that Universe is able to pull them off really well. They've been considered difficult, I think, for a long time. So honestly, right on. This is kind of saucy. Also, we call them soup because I think Corey posted an image once of Warnado sitting on top of a lantern, and it looked like soup.
I don't know why it stuck, but it did.
Oh, it's a beautiful thing. I'm glad it stuck.
Yeah, we needed some kind of shortened name for Warnado, so soup works.
Also, something to note about the turtles that we were just by, not the ones that we soup jumped over, but the ones that Uni had to push out of the way. If you do a quick back and forth on the joystick, we call them snapbacks, you're able to skip the animation that the Skylander does when pushing the turtle. Also, right here, what Uni's doing is adding the second player to have another Skylander, and then that's going to store the player's position, like their coordinates. And when they get out of two-player mode, those coordinates are still going to remain. So we'll be seeing how that comes into play pretty shortly, but just know that we currently have the position of that one Skylander on kind of like that bounce pad, and we'll be doing something with it pretty shortly.
By hopping over those key gates, Universe was able to skip. Was able to grab a key and skip a section there at the end by using a cannon, because he already had a key from the beginning of the chapter. Also, we did get the introduction to Zap, who can levitate over water if you circle around with a nunchuck, which is really cool because water has this awesome Z-axis property that shouldn't exist. Basically, if you exit and re-enter the water the whole time, you just kind of go up.
Okay. So what
and
just
here's a warp.
We just, by switching from one player to the other player, like, directly, without giving it time to scan in, it allows you to go to those stored coordinates, and that allows us to teleport pretty much like halfway through this level. And there was a little intended shortcut in the game with a life element character. And here we go up to this gate, and because Bash has such a large hitbox, he can just trigger this cutscene and the end of the level.
Make note that the warping, so like swapping between the two characters, is going to be very important throughout this entire run. It's the reason why any percent is like 30-40 minutes faster than glitchless. You can do so many things with it. We're using Drobot here to use his lasers to shoot across the map, to shoot down these brambles. So rather than having to run all the way over there, you can just shoot them from afar, so it's a little bit faster.
And then here we're using one of the adventure pack levels in order to set up a specific warp into the third chapter. This also, using the adventure pack now let us like skip the Cali cutscene there.
Yeah, I found that one.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. This
Kinda
warp
awesome.
is a warp that I found the setup for. It's like you have to wait for like 6.5 dragon wing flaps here.
I love this warp so much.
It's so great. It skips a lot of a handful of somewhat difficult tricks earlier in chapter 3. Like if you're running this without warps, there's some more difficult stuff you have to learn there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with the storing of coordinates, it works both while you're actively playing the game. So if you're, running around a level, you can just walk to a certain part of it. But it also works with cutscenes. So
It works with some cutscenes.
yeah,
Some of them don't for whatever reason. Just some of them affect your coordinates, some of them don't.
So we're seeing that warp again, and now we're like almost at the end of the level already.
We're keeping the adventure pack on here too, and that just kills all the enemies there and knocks the gate down really easily. It's very convenient.
And then we use Ghost Roaster to kind of climb up the wall a little bit. And then there's invisible collision here where an airship should be, but we're able to just go through it.
Yeah.
So the collision's there, the ship isn't.
We missed a cutscene trigger that causes that ship to appear, but it's still there. And here is a little bit of, it's a Ghost Roaster jump. On certain ledges, you can get some very interesting interactions with Ghost Roaster. By like going off a ledge and right back onto it really quickly, you can get a jump out of it in many places.
We're gonna do a cool little one-player or two-controller type movement here. We're gonna set up a warp and also trigger a cutscene that we need to do in order to access the next chapter. There's a lot
Doing-
of like one-player two-controller stuff you do in this game using both hands, and it's honestly like it's kind of complicated at first, but with practice, runners have gotten really good and optimal at being able to use two nunchucks and controllers at the same time. So it's honestly really cool to see how that's developed within the community. And see how I guess other games have done it, because I've honestly never seen games that's I guess as interactive like Skylanders is, where you not only have to control two controllers, but you got to do the whole portal movement stuff as well. So that's really unique. You know, if you like getting your hands involved in a speedrun, I guess this is the perfect game to try it.
Yeah,
And it is on the Wii, so it's a very unique set of controllers as well.
True.
Yeah, that too.
I do want to mention that the Wii version is significantly different from the other releases of this game, and those releases have
got
a
that.
very
That's
different speedrun.
Yeah. So there's two like releases of Spyro's Adventure on console. The one that is being played right now is the Wii version, which runs on the Vicarious Visions Alchemy engine, and then there's also the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and PC version, which run on the Lux engine. And the Wii U release, which released in 2013 in Japan exclusively, is based on the Wii version. So, though the Japanese version is significantly slower for speedruns due to some changes that were made in that version.
Here's the first and only lock puzzle that we do.
You're about to see a very normally played level.
Oh yeah,
Oh, for
the best
sure.
level in the game. It's been the most unchanged level.
Oh, nice! I got unlucky with that too. That character there that you have to talk to can walk up and down the area there.
This is
And
the
loses you
one
time.
level. This is the one level that we have been unable to break.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's
this-
ways to break it, but they're just not faster than doing it normally.
Yeah.
C 100%, I suppose.
Once, when I was messing around with the debug character in the Wii U version, I did get the stage to teleport me to the end early, but I have no clue to this day how that happened.
Curious.
I don't know if anyone mentioned. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I don't know if anyone mentioned Universe is actually not using the Skylanders Spyro's Adventure portal. He's using the Skylanders Superchargers portal. So there's 6 games in the franchise, and we've determined that in the 5th game, Superchargers is the most optimal portal. Just because if you use the like Spyro's Adventure or Giants portal, it's sometimes when you put a Skylander on, it loads slower, and there's just not as much space. So it doesn't look as cool, I suppose. But you know, if you want the most optimal run, and you don't want Skylanders loading getting into the way of your speedrun, you want to use this portal.
It's also just a
Found-
personal preference thing, but I like how close to the ground it is.
Mhm.
We
very flat.
found
Oh, that too.
We found this portal to be the most reliable one. So, and the portal that became the portal that came before this one is generally considered the least reliable one, despite it working on every single game.
It should be noted earlier in the level that Uni was standing in front of a laser during a cutscene trigger, so they were able to skip it. And another big thing that they do is they try to roll while like triggering rotating the laser or other objects. So like you can trigger the rotation while you're rolling, so you can kind of get the animation before you're locked into a brief pause. So very nicely done for Chapter 5. The only like effectively glitchless level in
Oh,
this
damn it.
run. Oh.
So
this
interesting
is
thing
why we're
here,
playing
because we're
character.
playing as the second player, there's a cutscene that normally plays when you grab that oil can, but it doesn't when you're as player 2. So it just works out like that.
It's an
Yep.
8-second time save.
That's the
And then
reason
here,
why I
we're going
start
to-
as player 1.
Here we're reusing the Dragon's Peak level to set up another warp. We do this like 2-3 times during the run.
3 times.
Yeah, but the third one's a bit different.
Well, you'll see.
Yeah.
Hopefully I
So
get
back
this.
in
I
the-
haven't practiced a lot recently, but I think I'm good.
This
in,
warp
like-
setup was found by Doom Boom, I think.
Shout out Doom Boom.
Yeah.
Back in the day, like early 2020, I think this game was considered to be pretty unbreakable. So for a long time, there really wasn't any glitches, which is kind of crazy to see where the run's at now. I think if you told someone in 2020 that this game would have gone sub-hour, that would have laughed. But here we are, sub-hour is very feasible. So it's just pretty crazy how these games run down over the years.
Yeah, like I remember when Sub Hour was first gotten by Ant at that you were at Pace, right? Is that correct?
Yeah.
No, yeah, that was Pace.
That was Pace, yeah. You got Sub Hour for the first time at Pace in the event, and now the game's all the way down to 55, 57. It's really crazy.
Yeah,
There's
it's
been
amazing.
A lot of progression over the years, especially like the past, like couple years. There's just been so many different changes, a lot of improvements.
Yeah, it just goes to show the heart of the community, how much we're willing to put work in to push this game to its maximum. I think it's a really beautiful thing. It's great.
Yeah.
This level, we have to go collect 4 of these totems from these little enemies around. And using Cinder here is just the fastest because Cinder has the best movement over water of all the Skylanders. Here
This
is a
guy's-
very strange warp setup. We are going to abuse Zap's little property where going in and out of water raises his height. We're using this to gain a ton of height for a warp into another level.
I love that. I love that. This
It's
one so much.
so
That's
good.
great.
Definitely
call
one
it
of the
a-
best warp setups in my opinion.
We call it a Zapcopter because that's what it is.
He spins around like a helicopter blade.
And then up here, there's an invisible boat again, and there are 4 different characters that can get through invisible walls and onto there. And Cinder just happens to be one of them.
Yeah.
It's just like the.
Who are the others? Wait, it's Cinder, Ghost Roaster,
Zap.
Terrafin.
Yeah.
Zap. How does Zap get through them?
I have no
the
idea.
Other dash attack.
With his
Other dash attack.
Z attack. Z
Yeah.
attack.
Oh, that's cool. I've never heard that. That's actually
I learned
great.
about that when Pool did the Christmas challenge with Zap last year. Not last year, 2024, but last year, 2023.
Right.
He's swapping to Stealth Elf in order to get much better DPS, or
Alright,
just
boys.
doing a lot faster damage.
Here's something funny coming up.
Yep.
Yes, we still use Voodoo. Thank goodness.
There's normally...
So anybody familiar with this game will know that there are shark sections in this level, and doing what I just did completely gets rid of those.
Mhm.
And Uni swapping to Voodoo because Voodoo is slightly better at killing Gilgrunt than other Skylanders.
Unfortunately, it's the only time he's used.
Yeah, the only reason that Voodoo is used is because we have to do this Skylander swap anyway to essentially unload the shark segment. I'll give shoutouts to myself for this being like the only contribution I've made to standard any % rather than glitchless.
Shut up, Mark.
But yeah, because we're doing the swaps anyway, that allows us to use Voodoo for that one very brief instance, which is really cool because you get to see more Skylanders. Speaking of
Here's
more
another
Skylanders,
thing.
here's 3.
And speaking of unloading,
Yeah,
See if I get
we'll
some.
see.
and so for 2.
Looks pretty
If
good,
you
right?
kill them within quick succession, they
Very
only
clean,
play
nice
one
job.
cutscene. And that's very nice. Very well done.
This is a gold.
Really? Okay.
That's a community best. It's a 322.
Really? I
Amazing.
mean, that looked really clean overall.
That did.
Mhm.
Nice work.
Universe is just the top player, it's not close at all anymore.
Yeah,
The goat of Sparse Adventure.
for real.
I remember when it was closer.
It is honestly really unique about the speedrun how many Skylanders are actually used. So there's 32 Skylanders in total, and I don't know, you'd think that there would just be that one or two like absolutely broken Skylanders that just kind of tear through the whole run, but the way this
Glitchless.
game's laid out, there's actually a solid 12 Skylanders used. I just made the number
Like
up,
15.
Yeah, it's something
yeah,
like that.
that's
If
almost
you count
half the
Depends if you use duplicates, like 2 different stealth elves or so whatever.
right.
I
But,
didn't
I mean,
realize
that's-
there's that many now. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a lot, and a lot of them are just like very niche scenarios, so Drobot and Voodoo. But even then, I mean, that's a whole Skylander you need to keep working with the run. So that's really cool.
Yeah, there's another warp, so going from the start of the level all the way to the very end, like we do in others, and all we have left is this little bit of combat in the very end, which is another reason why we're Stealth Elf. Stealth Elf's DPS is just super good, so...
Yeah, I think Uni uses 15 different figures throughout the run, including the Dragon's Peak and the Wing Boot.
So the
Well,
way this
unlucky.
fight's laid out, and Universe kind of got unlucky there with like the spin Cyclops moving in a weird direction, but the barrels have chompies in them, and they don't count as enemies until you break the barrel. So you don't want the barrels to break, otherwise then you have extra enemies to kill.
Pretty sloppy.
So that's why there's a specific layout, a specific order that Universe wants to kill the enemies in that final fight of Chapter 8.
Chapter 9 is so fun, in my opinion. I
I
love
am
this
gonna do it,
chapter.
Corey.
You're gonna do it? Okay.
I'm gonna try. I don't really care.
It's a showcase.
What's
Yeah,
about to
it's
happen?
fun. It's fun. Oh, you'll
Um,
see. I don't think Ant
yeah.
knows about this.
I
Does
probably
not know.
don't.
You'll find out though. This chapter is also notorious for being the only one that we haven't found a way to warp further into. Every other chapter has something that's useful in some run, but not this one. Let's go, we got Soup again.
Did we mention a super RNG?
I don't think we
Oh
did.
no, we didn't. Or cutscene RNG at all. We didn't do that.
Yeah. So,
Some Skylanders have multiple catchphrases. So when you put a Skylander on the portal, it will say a catchphrase.
All of them have at
And-
least 3.
Yeah. And some of them, their catchphrases differ a lot in length. So, for example, for this character, Warnado, it's either like the shortest in the game or the longest in the
Oh,
game.
come on.
ooh, unlucky there for that guy
Yeah,
still
so
being alive.
every time you put Warnado on, sometimes it's just a chance
we go.
that you lose like 2 seconds, and it's really annoying.
Oh, let's see if I can do this. Hold on.
A little slide here.
Oh, no, I didn't
Ah.
get it. That's a new thing too, and you get like a weird speed boost there.
But here's
Oh,
the somewhat new strat here. Normally, previously we swapped to Ghost Thruster to do a skip here, but it's been found out that there's another way to do this.
Also, he
There
skipped
we
that
go.
trigger.
That's such a cool strat.
It's I enjoy it so much. They're very nice.
That was
That's
really
actually crazy.
It's
Wow.
great.
It's in the IL, of course.
cool. Of course.
Thank Pool for that one. Pool found that.
Shout
Shout out,
Bull.
Bull. That's great.
Also, slightly earlier, he skipped a cutscene trigger by just staying on the left side.
Okay, so
And-
we just did
and-
something very strange there. We
It's similar to the
unloaded
shark
boss. Yeah, similar to the sharks. By swapping to the other player and back to the main player, you can unload certain things. Mainly just the sharks and that boss.
Right there, Uni intentionally needed to wait a tiny bit before skipping that cutscene going up the vine, otherwise it becomes unskippable for whatever reason.
thing. Yeah, it's the dialogue right before.
So, it just needs to have a little bit of a hesitation before just mashing the button, so...
Yeah, there's an instance of that later on where you have to wait much longer.
Yes,
Right.
we'll definitely...
And there's also another one where you have to wait like kind of a mid-length, and I'll mention that when we get to it.
This game on its way to just have random stuff like that.
It's very strange. I can't really imagine how that happens.
There's a random like freeze up bit in this level that can happen. We'll see if
Ooh,
it
I wonder
happens.
if that'll happen. That'll be funny.
It's great. I don't know why it exactly happens, but sometimes it does.
I think
Anyways,
the
that's
game just
another.
gets really confused. Oh, I don't think it will. I
Yeah.
don't think it will now.
You didn't send the ball down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sometimes that
works.
cutscene freezes up a little bit, and that loses you some time.
Also, that ball from earlier can fly.
Yeah.
Chapter 10 has changed a lot over the last year, but I think Chapter 10 has notoriously been one of the hardest chapters in this game. I
It's
don't know if
very
that still holds
annoying.
up.
It's got very particular setups for
hmm
certain things.
Yeah, the first soup jump I believe is the first one harder or easier than the second?
First one is definitely easier than the second one.
Yeah,
I
I
couldn't.
was gonna
Okay,
say the
nice, I
second
got
one's
both the
always been
snapbacks there.
inconsistent for me. So
See if I can
it's
get
this
it.
jump right here that just is seemingly random. Like, so that was
Oh, so
oh
close.
no,
That was so
that
close.
looked like it was right there. But some days like you'll get this first try, some days you'll just never get it, and it's really annoying.
Been made a bit more
Um,
consistent by pressing minus sometimes, but not everyone likes to go for that.
Not all soup jumps are created equally.
Oh,
Yeah.
they all have different setups. It's annoying.
So I mean,
I'm gonna try the
Exhibit
old
A right
setup.
here,
It worked.
like
There we
yeah.
go. She's right.
Apple's time.
Oh, my
Apples.
favorite part of the game.
Yippee.
Yep.
So this segment, there's in between levels in the hub. There's these sometimes like these little things that you have to do, and in this instance, you have to let these apples grow, and you have to collect them while making sure that these sheep don't eat them. The apples grow at random rates, and they can kind of just fly around everywhere. So you want to make sure the sheep are kind of staying in the corner the best you can while making sure you grab all the apples. And you also want to hope that they're spawning, quickly. Otherwise, you just lose time, and it's awesome.
Does this look like a
Yeah.
good apples or a bad apples?
I think this looks
can't-
pretty good.
I can never really tell.
This looks pretty solid. Yeah,
It
all
looks
of
pretty
them-
good to me.
Yeah, all of them-
Execution-wise, I know I'm doing everything right,
Yeah.
which is all I really care about these days.
Sheep management
so if I
is. Go for it.
if I recall, each tree has a different growth rate.
Yeah, and
Just
it's just
randomly,
randomly
and-
decided.
Yeah, so it looks like this bottom right one's being annoying, where all the sheep are at, but the other two look like they're fine.
They
There we
should
go.
be fine. Yeah, there's one in the corner. All right, not too bad.
Yeah.
Oh, dang it.
Oh.
Well, that is more bad.
Yeah, so you can accidentally talk to him like as the cutscene is starting, and that makes it unskippable. And it's really long.
Yeah, they say an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but 15 apples a day, you might be sent to the hospital a couple times.
Yeah, so that would have been okay. It would have been, a 120 something, which is perfectly passable. Assuming you're not going for a world record or anything and you don't have a crazy pace. But yeah, no, that was very bad because of that mistake. Totally my fault though. I didn't even think about it.
So there's some pretty cool Ghost Roaster movement you can do. Hitting the Z button, you move through some invisible collision over here, and we just kind of go up a chain that is supposed to exist there, but you don't see it. Switch to Stealth Health, and we are going to begin the second elemental boss fight, the life one, and this time we can't really skip through any of the elemental phases, so you're going to actually see some snails going through.
They've never looked like snails to me. I don't.
Are they officially called snails, or did someone make that up?
I don't know, they kind of look like snail shells.
They're red.
I will
I could
note
actually look that up.
that-
I guess I've never verified.
I will note that while you can't fully skip any of the phases in this chaos fight or any of the other ones besides water, you can play it faster. At least this one you can play faster than kind of waiting for it to play out. So the quicker that Uni knocks out those snails, the sooner the next ones will come in. Especially the last one. That's when the phase ends. So you just want to play
was
it.
terrible.
Oh, that was unfortunate.
I don't know what happened there.
and we'll be seeing pretty shortly taking some intentional damage in order for these green orbs to disappear sooner, so that the next sort of wave can spawn. So you can see like all of these are circling in. But Uni's just going to eat all that damage to make them disappear, and then all of these encircling ones are going to spawn even faster.
Very nice that they just give you some food right after, too.
Yeah, it's very convenient, otherwise health would actually be a concern. So yeah, with those encircling ones as well, you want to take damage. The first one doesn't matter because the last one still will not have spawned, even if you get hit by it, so...
And the second one saves like a couple frames max, but I do it anyways. Especially when I have more health remaining than usual after taking the damage from all of the encircling ones at the beginning.
I actually wasn't sure if the second one saved time or not, but if it's a few frames, if you have the health, and you
It's a couple of frames, yeah.
If you don't have, but obviously if you don't have the health, you'd rather stay alive.
Yeah, no, you don't need to save it. It's almost just like muscle memory from doing Chapter 11 IL so much.
What do you do for second player for this?
What do you mean?
At the end of the level, what do you do?
I just
do
put it on.
Igniter?
I put on. I don't do Igniter, no.
I am weird. I do Igniter.
Whirlwind. Yeah, I know. I used to try Igniter, but I ended up getting faster ones with Stealth up alone.
Yeah, it's not really that consistent.
So I could never get like a 350, which is my goal. With Igniter, I think I got like a 352 or 353.
Unfortunately, that last phase, there's really no time to be...
Yeah, you just kind of have to walk around in a circle. Let's see if I get lucky.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Oh, that's not good. I got too many crits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
So that is the full cutscene. So in the water boss fight, we skipped both of those, but unfortunately we didn't get either of them here. So you can get the unloads in all of these like Shadowlander.
Yeah, this is definitely... I find this one nowadays harder than the water one.
Right. So this is a very interesting warp setup next here. It's not set up at the end of the level there. It's set up in a cutscene before heading into Chapter 12 here. And
Well,
the
I just
cutscene
skipped right there.
changes your position. Yeah, that little frame there is the position that gets stored way up in the sky. That's one of the warp setups that I found. I'm quite proud.
So is chapter 12 still crazy? Oh, okay, we just warped. That's right. I forgot about that one.
Yeah. I mean, it's still got some significant stuff. Uni pressed minus to bring up the character menu there. That will store Warnado's coordinates for later. Because we do need to return there later. But for now, we're just going to do some combat. And then some fun stuff.
Yeah, so yeah, there's some really complicated soup jumps right here. I think they're super cool as well, but if you make like one wrong step, you could kill your whole run right here. So with very careful walking movement, Universe is going to do a weird up warp, which just has to do with the game's collision.
Oh my gosh.
So
much has happened.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain this. Basically, he walked in a direction and then he went up and got another map piece, which you need 4 of to complete this chapter. That's all I can really say. That's not supposed to happen.
But it did.
Also, now that we warp, these enemies kind of get in your way, which is annoying. But
oh, they didn't mess up the cutscene. Cool.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
So
now that we have all 4 map pieces, we're just gonna warp back. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a normal warp, but it does.
Yeah, so with that minus warp, instead of just taking off each one once, I actually ended up switching to player 2 because I need to be player 2 in order for it to line up properly once I get to a later chapter for a warp setup. Yeah, for chapter 17, I need to be on a particular player or the warp setup doesn't work.
I honestly think it's amazing how fast chapter 12 is now. That's incredible.
The chapter 17 just matters which one you re-enter with, I thought.
Oh, is that actually how it works? Okay, well, whatever.
Yeah, you just re-enter as player 2.
We'll be seeing some more Ghost Roaster jumps here, so...
Backup strat?
I'm just gonna go around.
Yeah.
Never mind.
If it doesn't work immediately, I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
Fair.
That one is really cool. I wish you guys could have seen it.
I forget.
So-
Are they
so
only
chapter-
14 or
Sorry, what'd you say?
are the Ghost Roaster jumps done in 14 still or no?
No, I don't do any of
No,
them.
not mostly. Oh, you don't do any?
Yeah, I don't do any. You'll see.
Okay.
I've been getting
okay.
faster 14s. I should say faster combined 14 and 15s by using Stealth Elf instead.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Ah, nice.
Okay, so
That's cutscene.
Nor- shut
what
up,
Universe
Skip.
did there, Universe originally got over the wall, but actually decided to go back down because if you go over the wall at not enough height, you get an unskippable cutscene. But if you go over with enough height and just move over to the right far enough, you can skip that unskippable cutscene, which Universe successfully did.
Yeah, it loses
so
7
it-
seconds to get that cutscene.
Right.
Mm.
Also, historically, Chapter 13 and 14 have been Ghost Roaster heavy. They still have changed over the years, but still kind of hold up to their original roots with these Ghost Roaster skips. Well, at least 13
Oh,
has.
gosh.
Also, this is the Mega Bomb section. We love physics objects in this
Let's
game.
go.
So enjoy us pushing a giant ball the
Golf.
way we want it to, I suppose.
They are just kind of annoying to
Very
push
finicky.
around. But they're required. You actually can't end this level without doing that.
Yeah, that's right. There are ways to like warp past this final wall, but you can't trigger the end. So you do have to be able to spawn in these flags and move them up in order to get to the end of the chapter.
Yeah, and just Ghost Roaster dashing across ledges and up walls. You know, very very normal things going
Setup?
on.
Oh? Did you warp setup? Or no?
Oh, I forgot to do that. Thanks.
Good call.
I mean, if you wanted to, you could do 14 Ghost
I
Roaster.
could, yeah, let's just do 14 normal. That's really funny.
It's
Okay,
fun.
Thank you. I was so like
You were
locked
dialed
in.
in. You're doing a
Okay.
different route of Ghost Roaster than I'm familiar with.
Yeah, I've
Oh
never
yeah, I
seen
wanted to do
movement
this for
either.
fun. I think I was thinking so much about this that I was like, I need to do this, and I wasn't thinking about the.
You just really wanted to do the.
I wanted to do this thing.
Would that
Showing off.
hypothetically be faster? That's kind
There
of
you go.
Yeah, it is.
That's cool. That's really
Not
cool.
by a lot, but
Little
it's
bit,
not even in
little
the
bit of
IL
thinking
yet
outside
because
the
I haven't
box,
felt
though.
like doing it.
I want to learn
What'd you
that.
say?
A little bit of thinking outside the box.
Yeah, it's weird. There was actually one that I thought was faster before that was like really hard because you had to do another extra one. But
Is that the
I
one you
found out that
did
you
in
literally you just don't have to do it because you can just walk around like that
Did you
back
in
section.
Was that the
instead of
one
having
from
to
the
do anything.
tournament?
Yeah, there was that one from The Rock.
Okay, so that's the warp up here.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. You know, that setup that I almost forgot to do. It's okay. I
Doing
actually
intended stuff now.
Yeah, this is what you're supposed to do. In 100%, I had a couple of runs where I would just like forget to set up 13 warp for 100% too, which is a completely different one. Since you're just going back to 13 for it. But I don't know what it is about 13 that like melts my brain. Alright, let's not forget this warp setup though. This one's kind of important.
Yeah.
14 used to also be all Ghost Roaster, but it's because of the warp now, I guess it's just not optimal.
Yeah, the only way that I'm pretty sure the only way that Ghost Roaster would be optimal is by doing that one. I think you know about it, Ant. The one on the invisible wall.
Oh god.
Behind the Mabu. That's the only way that it would end up being faster because Stealth Elf movement here is faster than Ghost Roaster movement.
That's true.
Right.
And so that saves time as well as, you know, just it already saving just like a little bit in 14 when you're not doing that extra Ghost Roaster jump. And I'm kind of a baby and I really don't like the angle that you have to do the final Ghost Roaster jump in.
No, that's completely fair, to be honest. Ghost Roaster movement is annoying, to say the least.
Yeah. And that last jump would be annoying. Alright, chapter 15. It's
Let's
very
see if
brief.
I do this right. This jump is a little bit annoying.
We're just gonna
wonder
warp
what setup to use
basically
for
right
this
to the
one.
end.
Same setup I do.
Oh,
The enemies get in the way though.
Oh boy.
yeah, so if you don't get it first try, you have to not just do it second try. You also have to kill the enemies that are nearby.
Because they get in the way, unfortunately.
But
All right, something really awesome is about to happen. You guys better get ready.
Mm-hmm.
I'm preparing. I'm
I'm
buckling up.
excited. Got a second player. Zap. So, Universe just activated the cannon and took off Zap, and Tornado was far enough ahead that the cannonball stayed loaded and knocked down a door at the end of the level. Normally there's a whole maze with this level, but you can just do that.
and you can also just soup jump at the end, so it just completely trivializes the level.
Also, by going particularly fast, I skipped a cutscene that usually plays there.
Mm-hmm. No boneheads.
It's kind of awesome. There
Yes.
is kind of some history with that being considered a glitch or not. But basically, the whole point of that level is going around the entire chapter just to push a cannon in front of a wall and shoot it down. But there's a cannon very, very conveniently
Hold on, yeah.
located right behind that wall, but far behind.
We get the best warp setup in the game right here.
Love this one.
Yeah.
The dragon warp setup. So we use the cutscene in the hub, not in the actual level, to set this up. And we actually have to exit the save file in order to do this because we can't take off the player during that cutscene.
And that's also why we're file 1, just to avoid a very minuscule amount of menuing to go to. You know, files 2 through 4.
Yeah.
Negligible, but it is faster.
Re-entered as player 2, that's correct. And this warp is great. It takes you... Well, you'll see. This level is very annoying to do warpless, so it's great that we can just go right to the boss fight here.
Ta-da!
Oh, it skips the soup jumps now, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane.
That's awesome.
That is my favorite warp that I found. It's
That's really
Yeah.
cool.
so nice.
Yeah, shout out the community, especially Corey, but a lot of other people in the community too have gone around for years now looking for warps, and it's a difficult task because most of the time you just kind of end up in the void when you're looking for
Yeah.
warps. But
There's
then
a
every once
ton
in a
of
while,
levels, a ton of places in levels. It's a lot.
There's a lot of
there's a
trial and
lot.
error.
It feels like there's an infinite amount of
Oops.
places to keep looking for warps.
Got
So
a playlist of like 88 different warps that you can do from levels to levels. They're not all useful though.
Don't worry, that
Yeah,
pause was definitely RNG manipulation.
Yeah, that's what it was for. It's so that I get, I'm gonna get double unloads now.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
go.
This is
I mean,
solid.
double
Confirmed.
unloads on 17 is...
They might be the easiest ones. People have been saying this.
They just kind of happen sometimes. That
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if like dozens of fathers and children playing in 2-player got them like all the time.
Yeah, sometimes they can just kind of happen when you're not even trying to do them, so pretty nice.
sometimes you think this should definitely be an unload, and it's not an unload, and then sometimes you like kill the two minions 3 to 5 business days apart, right?
And you don't
they
get the
unload.
second cutscene.
Yeah.
It's a mystery.
I still think there's like no process to it. I just think it happens sometimes. That's my theory.
Unfortunately, with the undead boss fight, there's nothing that can be done during the the non-Shadowlander phases.
Absolutely zero way to save time in these sections. You just kind of stand around.
Yeah.
The shark one is the exception and not the standard.
Yeah. And then, at least the life element one, you can do things to go faster, and there's some sort of execution to do it, but
If that thing
Awful
from the
spawns.
shark phase
Wow.
works
that was
on
scary.
if that thing from the shark face worked on all of these, that would it have easily been like 7 to 10 minutes of time save.
Oh yeah, sub
Yeah.
50 would be
Yeah,
know,
free.
very doable.
Because these are long in the later stages.
Yeah, let's hope for double unloads. The
Well,
pause
remember, I did
button-
the RNG manipulation, so it has to
Yeah, so
happen.
it's guaranteed.
True.
now.
Oh,
Okay, but what if?
yeah, that looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I told
Yeah,
you.
that's what the pause is for. That's
It's- yeah.
definitely how it works. Definitely how it works.
100%.
Definitely. You heard it from the experts here. That's how that works.
How do you feel about the
Alright.
next chapter?
Oh, I love chapter 18.
Is it sarcasm or is it serious?
No, there is a particular thing I really like about chapter 18. I like how practice oriented it is, because like
Yes.
if
thank
you
you.
don't go out of your way to practice this level, you are going to suck at it, and there's like no way
Mhm.
around it.
As someone that doesn't practice this level, I can speak from experience.
Yeah.
I
This
I
is,
need to just spend like a few hours grinding this
Yeah.
and nothing else.
this is personally one of my favorites, and it's for the exact same thing. It's just like you practice it, it pays off. It just feels so satisfying when you manage to get these mind patterns.
Mhm.
Oh, sorry, we should explain. So
Yeah.
basically, there's rocks, and normally you would pick a pickaxe to break these rocks. However, there are 5 characters that can break them without needing them, just with attacks alone. 4 of them are all the Earth Skylanders, and very conveniently Drill Sergeant. Now, there's upgrade paths in this game when you upgrade your Skylander, and if you go on the drill upgrade, or like the B button, what is that, like drill dash? You see him dashing right here.
Something like
Yeah.
that. Oh,
Oh, that's
boy.
unlucky. Sometimes this lava king just kind of gets in your way. If you upgrade that path, you can destroy rocks incredibly quickly by pressing A, and B, and moving along the rocks at the side of your drills. We're going to set up a warp here.
You'll notice that
and-
Universe's drill sergeant is nicknamed BAAB AAB.
Yeah,
That's
Those are the
wonderful.
we're gonna-
inputs.
we're going to send some shots here real quick to skip a cutscene that just didn't happen, so very good. And we're going to push a minecart to the end of this chapter because we love physics. But anyway, yeah, Drill Sergeant is just a really unique character in this chapter. It is really
Mhm.
difficult at first, but if you put time and effort into it, it's super satisfying and honestly really fun.
It feels like the chapter was made for drill sergeant.
It really does.
Yeah.
Here's another time where I have to wait a little bit on skipping dialogue.
Yeah. No train cutscene.
It's this one here. You wait just a little bit. Oh boy.
I rarely ever see that train cutscene play out.
All right, so we're gonna switch to Terrafin here, and this is
He
a
fell over.
yeah, he's still
He fell
loaded
off.
on the portal. If he misses this, he has to switch to 180, but it looks like he's got it.
Yeah.
This looks good.
Very nice.
Because I'm the goat.
So that
True.
just cleared an invisible wall. That the warp puts you super high in the level, and you can air stall with Terrafin over an invisible wall, and onto this railroad that you're not supposed to be on.
Yep,
But
it's
for
the one
whatever
time you'll see
reason-
Terrafin.
Collision.
Yeah. One time that you use an any percent at least. Gets a bit more use in all story levels.
Oh, I forgot about that chapter 2 thing. Or is it chapter 22?
Both.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's other categories in this game. We have all story levels where basically you just beat all of the levels out of order. We have a category with warps and a category without warps. So that's really cool.
That was so fast.
Yeah, that was
Nice.
really,
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, that was good combat. That was good management of the enemies there. Now we're at the 4th of these boss arena things.
Thankfully, the
Scales.
last one in this fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Same deal with the undead one. There's nothing you can really do in these in-between phases to gain or lose time.
In the second in-between phase, though, you can just kind of hang out, though, so that's kind of nice.
Yeah, you gotta see
Yeah.
this.
It's,
Probably.
I
It's
love
like
it.
they didn't test this game or something.
Fortunately, you do have to be on top of things for the first half. You just have to not get hit.
You have to walk around in a circle for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More active
Not
than
that-
the second half.
Yeah.
Here we
Oh, my
got
favorite enemy.
Love
Phoenix
Sunburn.
Dragon, Sunburn. My evil phoenix dragon loves to teleport out of the way and cause problems like that.
That fire just
Enough.
deals a lot of knockback, so.
Cool
And
character.
like sometimes he starts really early and you can be out of the way before he starts it. Sometimes he waits a long time.
Oh,
It
you
sucks.
go there? Okay.
Yeah.
I've started going right side for this.
Interesting. Do you
I've
avoid
al-
I've
all of them by
always done
doing
right
that?
Yeah.
side.
I've
Yeah.
always done
Oh,
right
interesting.
side. Huh.
I've always
I
done
didn't know
left.
it worked.
I used to
Just
do
different,
south.
I guess.
I used to do like the other side of the little wooden path there. Basically, this arena is supposed to be a circle, but it has some points that are a bit further out,
Not
and
very
the
circular.
attacks don't quite reach it. Because the attacks are set up to hit a circle. This is not a circle. So you just hang out.
This is a good part of the level. I like this part.
Yeah. When I
Yeah,
did a speedrun of this live, I called up my mom and asked what was for dinner. So that was a
And he had
highlight
enough
for
time
me, I
too.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I usually think that's like a water break time.
Yeah, it's really nice to just.
That's usually when I start like organizing my Skylanders for the last few levels.
Right, right.
Yeah, that's smart. All right, let's hope for the double unload and fire.
Nope. Actually, you know, I am putting on igniters, so not completely out of the question.
I'm
I'm
betting
definitely
one-
not
one
practiced enough
unload.
on this, however.
I
I'll
think
just say
generally
one.
speaking, this is considered the hardest one to get a double unload in.
Easily.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
without
Yeah.
The
doubt.
enemies love to just go their own ways, and it's a yeah. Flameslinger goes off to the left. Yeah.
See, now Sunburn's over there, and that's not good.
Yeah. What are you doing? Okay, that's 2 cutscenes. It's gonna be 3.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got completely knocked back by Sunburn. Does not happen.
Thank you, Sunburn. It would have
Very
been crazy
cool.
because that combat section at the beginning and the Terrafin, movement and everything was really good, but unfortunately,
So
it's
we put
only a 429.
2 players here because the next couple levels we do a warp setup in previous levels.
And here I'm putting on wing boots.
Yes, nice. That actually lets you pause a bit earlier and go to the level, but it also gives you wing boots for free.
Does it
You
let
don't
you
even have
pause
to
So
do
the
early?
warp
anything.
setup here is literally just the starting cutscene. So you just load the level and then leave it and take off your character. It's
Which I do at the start of this next
so
cutscene.
convenient.
We're using wing boots for the rest of the run, right?
Correct. And here's
Okay,
another
so-
time where I have to wait a long time.
Wing boots is an item that lets you move fast, so you're probably wondering, okay, why not just use it from the beginning of the run? Well, you see, it crashes your game over time.
Especially when
So-
you're doing things like warps and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's quite excellent. But if you put it on the end of the game, it's pretty safe. It's not gonna over time it'll make your load slower too. But if you just put it on
Yeah.
here at 20, it's not gonna do anything, and if
Mm.
anything, it'll save time.
Do you
Even
like
using
and-
put
it
it
for
on
like
for the
even
others?
using it for like 30 seconds will
Yeah, I leave it
eventually-
on for the rest.
You
Is that
don't
what
like
you're
re-put
asking
it
for?
on for pausing, right?
Sorry, what'd you say?
You don't like re-put it on to pause to
No.
menu? Okay.
Damn it.
No YOLO skip.
Oh, unfortunate.
That would have
tried.
been crazy to get in the run.
Also, for that slide puzzle, Uni had to like walk away from the room and then back in it to actually load the puzzle.
Yeah, that was why I walked up there.
Okay, basically in this fight, there's a way you can jump over an enemy and deload all of these battle gates and save a ton of time. Unfortunately, it's really difficult, and we don't have a consistent method of doing it yet. So
Do we
this
get a
is where
whirlwind
we're
again
at.
here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at a certain time, a better time, a golden age, you could say. I was much more consistent at YOLO skip, but these days I don't do any percent enough anymore.
Mm-hmm. You've been doing everything else.
Oh, my
Yeah.
game was about to crash for a second.
Okay, I
It
thought
might.
that was my screen.
That was scary.
It's the winged boots.
Yeah,
So
it's
this
totally the
is-
wing boots.
Same deal here. We set up a warp in Chapter 6 this time, using its starting cutscene. And this actually matters which player it is, because Whirlwind started much farther ahead on the boat compared to Stealth Elf there. If you set up with the warp with the other player, you have to wait longer there.
As I said before, even using winged boots for 30 seconds will eventually crash your game.
Yeah, there's some sort of memory leak in the game that causes it to just like explode the moment you've put wing boots on.
I had it happen to me in one of my 100% runs.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
This is a pretty notable warp because this skips like it's like a 4-minute auto scroller.
Oh yeah.
Where you're controlling like this massive robot and just going through this really long segment that's super boring.
Yeah,
It almost takes
that,
like 5 minutes.
that
It's
specific
4
war might
minutes.
be the biggest time save in the game, right? If I had to
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, that or 16.
Yeah.
16 would probably be second place.
Yeah, I think 16 second place because this is the robot. The robot.
It's at least 4.5 minutes of a time save.
The specifically controlling the robot is 4 minutes, but the movement that you do to get there is also how.
Yeah, it's like I think it's like 450 total,
Yeah.
That checks out.
if I remember my splits correctly, because I had splits for it when I was doing ILs.
Yeah. So I think when warps were originally found early 2021, we were freaking out when this one was dropped. It was actually a blessing. It was amazing. We're gonna do a quick minus warp here, I believe.
Yes,
Yeah,
very
so
nice.
rather than having to go all the way or walking all the way through the level, you can just
Yeah,
teleport
and it
back
also gives us a convenient time to switch to Cinder. So because we're gonna be using Cinder, we're gonna go back to chapter 9 to set up a warp in a minute.
Yeah, actually, the only warp thing related to chapter 9 at all. But yeah, we're heading to the final level in the run, but I do believe we're going to get some additional levels afterwards.
Oh boy.
But yeah, this seems like a good time for me to mention that we are donating to cancer.
You're underwater again, by the way.
Sorry, I think we lost Q-Tip there for a second. Hopefully Q-Tip comes back on to give a message on what the cause is about.
Yep, I'm back. Sorry.
Welcome back.
A bit of a Fritz there, but yep. So we are donating to cancer charity. All your donations go directly to helping cancer research, and helping cancer research contributes to a future where cancer is not something that people have to deal with, and I want that in the future. I hope you do too. So yeah.
Fantastique. Je vais utiliser le cœur pour t'y envoyer et
Yeah, very cool. Please consider donating.
Oh yeah, please donate. That's why we're here.
That's why we're here. Yeah, so Uni just quickly went through a little bit of chapter 9 and set up a warp on the bridge to go all the way to the end of 22, and we'll be.
I of course paused as soon as possible after putting on Whirlwind.
And then we get this minute-long unskippable cutscene here.
Love it.
Just because why not? You're heading to the final level, might as well.
It's like the epic finale and conclusion to this whole thing.
Dude. No way.
Oh boy, there we go.
So here's Igniter. You saw him in chapter 19. We like Igniter. He's very cool. He has this really cool property where if you get up close to collision or an enemy, specifically an enemy, and you spam the B button as fast as possible, you do insane amounts of damage. You're about to see right here. Boom, 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 boom. Now, that's Chaos's health on the right. You see the bar. There are multiple caps to it, so there's going to be multiple phases to this boss fight. So we're going to... I think the opening phase 1, has like 4 parts to it, and this is part 1. Or no, I'm sorry. This is... It's like 5 parts. Ish.
Ish.
It's
Yeah,
weird.
So you can see on the shadow.
It's 5, you're correct.
How quickly the health bar.
Because there's 2
down.
fire element sections.
Yeah, so it's doing 500 damage in the span of a second or so. So it's just awesome. You'll be able to see it a little bit better in the
Oh good.
second half of the, or I guess the second phase of Chaos. So these are the sharks. This is what you missed earlier in Chapter 7. Unfortunately, you can't do the same thing here and skip them. You have to actually go with them.
So other than apples, this is possibly, I would say, one of the most RNG heavy sections in the game.
Yes.
Each section has 2 or 3 different things that can happen during it, and some of them are much, much slower than other ones. So you're really just kind of relying on luck and, getting good execution on the enemy fights. So, here's another one that is an inoptimal, pattern for Chaos to throw out. You want more of
not
those
the worst
red
one, though.
snails to get here. Yeah, no, the worst one is easily the one where they come out from the middle of Chaos and they surround him.
Yeah, this is probably worse than Apple's RNG, if anything, I would think.
Yeah,
'Cause
maybe.
Apple's RNG is at least consistently, like, okay.
Yeah.
It can just kill your run sometimes, but usually not.
Yeah, not quite yet. We're not quite at that level of optimization where it's that huge of a deal. But it is definitely very annoying, if nothing else.
Yeah,
to get
for
a really
sure.
bad
Also,
apples. And it's halfway through the run,
Sunburn
too.
could be annoying there.
The life
Okay, this
and
one's a
death is the
50-50.
most
Okay,
notable.
we won
Yeah,
the
it's a
50-50.
So the grid pattern from this is way faster. The other pattern
So
is
much faster.
where like all these lasers are kind of spinning in a circle, and it's like 3 or 4 phases of them, and it's really bad. The fire one is negligible.
Yeah, there is one that is the fastest. It's the one that you see at the start every time. That one is always the same. But it is random later on in this boss fight, and you will see that momentarily. Oh, nice, great. There, cool.
There we go.
3 flat killing Flameslinger, that is not bad at all. I know you guys can't see my individual split times, but I'm telling you so that you know.
Mm-hmm.
So like that one, that's a pretty good one. I'm okay with that one. The one that's kind of bad for the fire section is when there's multiple sections of them spinning around.
So now we're adding a second igniter to melt the health bar even faster. So we're actually coming up on time pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Night Sharks, that's awesome.
Yeah, you don't want sharks here.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though, oh, one of my igniters is in the wrong spot.
Yeah, so you're only going to see 2, maybe like a glimpse of the third attack, but...
And time.
Yep.
That was...
GG's.
Yeah, 58-52.
Very cool.
Yeah, nicely done.
It's wild to think that sub-hour is like semi-consistent at this point.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Consistent at all. Like
I had a ton of time losses. A lot of them standard, some of them non-standard, like chapter 13. But
yeah.
I mean, in like chapter 1 alone, I lost like 30 seconds. So
it's like
it's just how it is.
7 people who have sub-hour now.
Something like that. There's a good number of people.
I'm not one of them.
List.
Not yet.
I'll get there.
Stop playing glitchless.
But yeah, that's Skylanders Spyro's Adventure any %. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Apparently, I'm doing all adventure packs now.
Bonus run.
Because we have time.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys want to like get the timer ready for that.
So basically, this game is pay to win, and there are 4 extra levels that you could just buy via figures. You saw one of them earlier, or 2 of them. You did Empire Vice too, right?
No, I don't do Empire Vice for 21.
We have chapter 6 now.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's
and
right,
you
that's
only
right.
lose like a second and a half or something by doing that.
Gotcha. Okay, well, there's 4. We saw Dragon's Peak multiple times, but there's what is it? Darklight Crypt. Did we see that one?
Nope,
No.
we don't
Dark
use that
Light?
one either.
Okay, we don't use that one anymore either. Dang, we used to use that one too. There's also Pirate Seas and Empire Vice. So, Universe is gonna attempt to run through all 4 of them, so you get to see some chapters that you would not see in any %. And it's honestly really cool. It's really unique. Shout out Pool has especially run through Pirate Seas like a champion. So
Yeah, let's just
hope
not
you guys enjoy.
not even talk about me, I guess. I mean, come on.
Oh, and Universe, I suppose. Actually, you have the world record. I was gonna say.
Yeah, I have the world record in all of them now.
It's just
True.
Pool has had Pirate Seas for forever. and
Yeah,
it's
he,
also,
he
like,
had it forever,
thematically-
and then I took it, and then he got it, and then I took. We went back and forth a little bit, and
Yeah.
then he got a really good one, and I didn't beat it forever, and then I finally beat it like a couple weeks ago.
I will say that having somebody named Pool having the water-themed level world record, it just made sense, okay?
It does just make sense. You're correct. Okay, let me get things set up really quick for that. I need to remember what all I need for this. Okay. I'm like visualizing the Darklight Crypt warpless strategy in my mind right now, and I think I can do it.
Oh man,
I believe.
Darklight's confusing to me.
Yeah, it is. Let's see. I need Whirlwind for Pirate Seas. I need 2 for Pirate Seas. I need Stealth Up for Dragon's Peak.
It occurs to me I've never actually watched a Dragon's Peak run like fully.
It's really boring.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say. I think that's probably
It's
the most
glitchless.
boring.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I love glitchless.
Ghost Roaster. And then I need... Yeah, I need Ghost Roaster and Spyro for 23. I need Stealth Elf for 26, which I'll do last, I guess. And since I'm doing one run, I'll just do it in chapter order to make it a little less confusing.
Fair.
And I will be using Winged Boots right after I reset my console.
Right. Just to keep a crash from happening.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
So, use Whirlwind. And then after that, for 25, I switch to Soup. 25, I need 2 of them. So, hopefully that works with Slow Soup. I actually don't know. Yeah, I think I'm all good. I think we're okay.
Very nice.
Okay. So I'm going to be going on the file that I use for all of my IL runs now.
Not 100%.
45.
No, I just don't have 100% on my main file.
Oh,
Fair enough.
that's funny.
I started doing it when I was like practicing for 100%, but then I never got around to finishing that.
Yeah.
So here we go. If you're ready for a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So for basically all of the glitch strategies in these levels, you can like thank Pool for all of them. He has done a ton of work when it comes to adventure pack ILs, and that's why he currently has the all adventure packs world record.
We're seeing Spyro here in
Yeah.
Spyro's Adventure. What a surprise.
Yeah,
And
it's pretty crazy.
Not original trio.
It's kind of funny that we don't use Spyro for the main any percent run, even though he's in the title of the game. But I what is happening here?
What is happening?
Wait a minute, hold on.
I'm scared.
I don't think I've played the adventure pack levels.
Is that
like,
right? Hold on, I don't think I'm doing it right. I haven't done this in forever.
Oh, you're doing like the angled flying thing, right?
Builds.
That should work.
Alright. So with a couple characters, Spyro, Whirlwind, and Sonic Boom, I think, you can
I don't think I'm doing it right.
You can start flying on a slope, and if you get a steep enough angle, that offsets your rotation a lot, and you can use that to clip into walls and upwarp and weird stuff.
Great game.
Like I'm going too far or something. Is that right? Oh my god, I actually can't see.
Ah, heck.
It's hard to tell. Spyro's angles.
There we
it
go.
looks like he's already.
Oh, it's on the
there
other
you
side
go.
of the rock? Okay.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I just forgot. I don't know. I haven't done this
Oh,
in forever.
hey, Pool's in chat. Pool just said bottom of rock, not top.
Thank you, Pool.
So real for that.
We just have to get
Oh.
up here. Oh, we're in a
Oh.
wall right now.
And that
Oh,
works, I
okay.
guess.
Yeah,
Okay, there.
I-
What?
There.
Very
okay.
nice.
Yeah, there you go.
I did it.
Nice.
Good job.
Okay.
Roll face, guys.
Mark, have you ever seen this before?
I have not seen
World record
any of
holder,
the
by the way.
I've not seen any of the adventure pack levels, I think, like, since I played them casually as a kid, I'll be completely honest.
The only one I'm familiar with the run of is Pirate Seas, because it's fun.
Pirate Seas is awesome.
Yeah,
Even though I
think
hate
I
it.
tried. I think I tried doing like the Darklight Crypt record once, and that was kind of fun. That's all I can say. And it was long. I remember it being long.
Oh yes, puzzles.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
Spyro's
so I
actually
should
really good for
probably
this
talk
character.
about the thing I'm doing with Spyro here, where I'm flying and then dashing. For whatever reason, when you are flying and then go into a dash with Spyro, you just get like complete movement. You don't have the weird like slow controls that you normally do. So like here's how a normal dash looks. You notice how he's not turning at all, but then the moment I'm doing this, you can turn like every which way.
That is very
I
curious.
did not
Yeah.
know that. Yeah. I was
I
gonna
didn't know
comment on
that
that. I
either.
noticed that you were moving like really well with Spyro. I
Yeah,
thought maybe you just knew something that I didn't. Well, I mean you did, but that's actually really unique.
Yeah, it's
Like
really
ghost
strange. It's
touching?
also used in Chapter 4. A couple things in 100%. I know 100% full game Chapter 1, you use Spyro.
Chapter 4 IL is Spyro, right?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Glitchless and 20%. I can't get this.
If I recall correctly, I'm the one who implemented Spyro into Chapter 1, full
There we
game,
go.
100%.
Yeah, since you have to do a magic gate anyways.
Yeah.
So this isn't a very good Chapter 23 because I forgot how to do, like, you know, the main important thing at the start of the level, but that's okay.
And we're just gonna tear down a wall real quick.
Yep.
So
Isn't there
that's really
something
cool
with...
though. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, don't worry. I figured it out.
Got you. Well, I was gonna say, I think it's really cool that Spyro has a lot of unique properties, and yeah, I guess it's kind of unfortunate that he's not used in any %, but it's great that we can show him off here. I mean, I'm learning something myself, so very cool. Thank you, Universe.
Yep. Yeah, this game's weird.
Thanks for like doing this on top of the normal run, like without... This wasn't really planned.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I haven't done so many of these. I like the only one that I have I'm like 100% sure I can do properly is Chapter 26. And I guess 24 as well, since I did that one pretty recently. I can't be completely sure that I'm going to play 24 very well, because that chapter is really hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, even after doing it a million times, I'm not like super consistent with it. Sorry, I'm trying to line this up properly. You can get it so you're hitting both at the same time. But
I've seen people use 2 players at the end here before, but that's not really
yeah,
necessary.
so you only need to be on player 1. That's all that matters. If you play as player 2, for some reason, only the second thing works.
Gotcha. That's okay. That must have been what it was.
Yeah, so at the start of the level, your position is different depending on which. Sorry, hold on.
Gotta do Pirate Seas time.
Yeah, I'm like locked in now.
Now, Pirate Seas is a very interesting level where we heavily abuse the tilted flight glitch. Now, Spyro, Whirlwind, and Sonic Boom can do this, but Whirlwind is the go-to choice for it. And you can get tilted flight there pretty easily, and just use it to clip through a couple of these walls here and up warp there.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, that wasn't quite... Okay, there we go. So now we're at the... Is this like second to last puzzle here, or...?
Yes, this is the second to last card game.
Yeah. 2 whirlwinds.
2 whirlwinds. I think Mark and I are flabbergasted right now.
Yeah,
This is-
I don't even remember what these levels look like casually, so this is great.
This is
This is
just memory. And it's random. Yeah. Highest RNG level, probably. Joker's
Nice.
We don't want to match the Peekaboo because that plays a cutscene that loses amount of time. But if you do it as like one of the last ones, it doesn't matter.
All right, here we go. Here's the reason why I have 2 players on right now.
Double cannons.
And I am controlling both of them at the same time. Obviously, the one on player 1 is super easy. You just hold A and hold right. But the one
Right.
on player 2, I am moving the joystick in order to, hit where I want to.
So we just destroy everything here.
Yes, you just have to destroy everything. There's a very particular way that I do it to try and get the ending of it very fast. But like everything before that basically doesn't matter.
Gotcha.
The one thing that really does matter, what I've noticed is that I need to destroy this building pretty quickly, because if I don't, that boat is going to stay there but not actually be there, and you can't move past that hitbox. So thankfully that did not happen.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I would have to turn around and go all the way back around in order to destroy the rest of the island, and that loses an absurd amount of time.
Oof.
There's also
This
a
is
small optimization that I literally forgot to do, where instead of putting on Whirlwind right before you talk to the guy, you can actually put on the second player during the start of the card game.
Oh.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Okay.
take off second Whirlwind here.
That looks like a really good chapter 24, unless I'm...
That was it was okay. The
Okay.
opening bit, my execution was off for sure. I wasn't getting them all first try or anything. The card game was good. That was a good
Yeah.
first card game.
We'll see how this one goes.
Yeah, oh my god. This level's crazy.
I still want to do a run of this on the Wii U release where you can use the gamepad touchscreen. I still want to do that.
I'm really interested on how that works specifically. Oh,
Now
good.
that I think of it, I could probably
Shit.
like try that.
Yeah.
Very
Ooh!
soon.
Master Eon. So he just took care of the 2 bad cards that you didn't want to collect, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
very convenient.
What is going on?
Crazy.
Good RNG? What?
No way.
That's awesome.
That's... Wow.
Wild.
That was quite good.
Yeah, no, that's good. Nice.
Clean.
This
413. Yeah, that's that's insane for like. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, no, good job. What'd you
Was
say?
that IL
413?
world? Was that IL world record?
No, what IL world record is 354.
Correct. I've got it pulled up.
Thank you.
Crazy card RNG, though.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
insane. I
Wild,
like.
wild ending.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if I actually know how to do this or if I'm making it up.
Chapter 25 is a little bit notorious just because of this.
This.
Yes. Batterson,
Oh, this level.
for some reason, this cutscene specifically is unskippable.
You can skip the first part of this cutscene, but not the second part.
Oh my gosh.
It is totally evil. You sit here for like a minute and you do nothing.
Makes grinding the IL kind of.
I think it is. Actually, it's like a minute and a half. It's absurd.
Oh my gosh.
Combined with the load. Like, unbelievable that we put ourselves through this.
Yeah. Anyways, he's showcasing the gimmick of the level. There's a.
Cool, that was 1 second off your best ever. That final card game. That's insane.
This the gimmick of this level. There's like a nice world and what do they call the worlds in this?
There's Nice World and there's Evil. You know that image where it's the 2 castles and one of them is the dark scary castle and the other one's like the beautiful rainbow castle?
Yes.
It's like that image.
That's great.
Yeah. So you can have like flowers, or you can have tiny little evil things that bite your ankles.
Mm-hmm.
I
And we
think
have
the, I
to
think the dark
sell the
one's called
Sky
Ghost World.
Spies. Oh yeah, Ghost World. That makes sense.
Yeah, I think it's just Ghost World or Normal World or something like that.
So we have to help this guy sell his pies or something.
Something
forget
like
the
that.
plot here.
No, that's right. Or I think he wants to sell pies, but it's too scary to sell pies.
I think he ends up selling them
And-
to ghosts.
Yeah, that does happen.
Isn't
But he
it-
wants us to make it unscary at first.
Isn't it like the giant eye guy? It like placed a ban on pies or something.
That would
Damn
make
it.
sense.
That's what I remember.
I would believe that.
That's
We
quite
hit the follower
Skylanders
goal, by the
cool.
way.
What'd you say?
We hit the follower goal.
Oh, awesome.
Nice. Oh. Wait, this is a thing?
Can you actually go down there?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh.
It looks like it has to be really... Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
no,
you go.
that's cool. I didn't know that was a thing.
Wild.
Universe.
You do this again? I
That's
literally
fine,
don't
really.
remember. Okay, I'm just gonna do that.
Oh boy.
What is happening?
We're in a
Oh.
literal hedge maze, so...
Everything went dark for a second.
Is it all
We're
good?
back though.
Okay. It's the ghosts.
Yeah.
Ghosts hijacked the stream real quick, but we're back, guys.
I genuinely don't remember how to do this, so I'm just gonna keep trying until I get it.
Okay.
When in
'Cause I-
doubt, keep trying stuff.
I have not done this level warpless with the modern strategy. My only hope would be that Pool comes in and helps me.
Should I go look up IL record or something?
No, it's not the IL record. Oh yeah, there's no minus warp because it's warpless. Okay. So is this the right spot that I'm supposed to do the soup jump pool? Yeah, so Corey, the IL record wouldn't have this strategy because the
Gotcha.
IL record uses warps, yeah.
I'd have to... Yeah.
You'd have
Okay.
to look at Pool's All Adventure Packs record, but I don't remember how to do this.
I'm gonna pull that up, just in case.
I'm just gonna do this.
There you go.
That works.
That works, yeah.
And then I think...
Oh. Oh?
Yeah, is that right? I think?
What on earth is happening? Oh,
I-
now there's another tornado. Okay.
Double?
Double soup.
And then I
jump.
take off this one, and then I go back with this one.
Ah.
Because I can't minus warp, so I have to go back.
Oh.
Adding a second player voids the minus warp anyways.
Yeah, so it wouldn't have made any sense. And now I have to do this with slow soup, which I don't know how to do. So I guess I could just switch to fast soup if it becomes a major problem. Which it might.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
You got it. Yeah.
No, that works.
Nice
No,
work.
you just goaded.
That's fine. And then I'll kill these guys just so I don't have to deal with them.
I would like to say that I found a hub to Pirate Seas Warp like all the way back in 2021, but I don't think anyone ever utilized it.
There's so many warps into piracies.
Uh,
It's the most accessible level to warp
The
into
most
because it's
warpful level.
so low. It's so low to the ground.
Yes.
Ah, there you go.
how many of them are actually useful though?
Well, so the second to last card game is at the same spot that the what is it? The 8 to 10 warp setup is, which a bunch of things connect to that.
Wait, why didn't I have to get the cutscene? There we go. That was weird. So optimally for this level, you would obviously want 2 max speed soups. I guess we haven't really talked about that because in any percent it doesn't really matter, since you always use speed soup in 80%. But there are certain strategies that are different or harder or easier or just like not possible at all with speed soup as compared to a slow soup. And when I say speed and slow soup, I'm specifically referring to the amount of speed heroics they have, or if they have like a hat that gives them
Yeah.
extra speed. So you'll see this one doesn't have the same hat that the other one did, and that's because that hat is the one that adds extra speed.
Yeah.
And
This one
if
is
I were,
soap.
yeah, this is Soap because it was like kind of funny to name him that.
So the heroic challenges, there's 32 of them, one for each Skylander, and when you complete them, it gives you a permanent stat buff on that figure. For speedruns, it is generally a good idea to have all 32 heroic challenges completed on a Skylander, even if their role in the run is minor. So I guess Warnado in some places is the exception to that.
Yeah.
You generally want at minimum speed for everything that you use, but if something's not doing like any combat, then you don't really need the like armor or crit. But
We're on
at
the
minimum, you want speed.
final level of the game.
We got to see minor bits and pieces of it in the cutscenes during any percent, but now I get to actually play the level.
We got a small taste of what is about to happen.
It's a lot of stealth elf.
This used to be one of my favorite levels as a kid.
It is a really cool level, and it is my favorite designed like figurine for the level.
Mhm.
I really like how it looks.
I just love dragons. I believe this one is Flavius.
Yeah, that's his
right.
name.
He's big red dragon. It's great. Oh, come on. Intentionally dodging the
Oh.
gold.
No coin challenge.
I don't know that a 0 coin run of this of the game is possible. I think somebody has looked into it before, but
No coin challenge. Give this man like 5 million views and 800,000 followers.
That'd be really hard, because yeah, every enemy you kill, you gotta just like evacuate.
Ranged.
He plays
Oh,
Flame
good point.
Slinger.
Never mind. Yeah, just
Flame
leave
Slinger
robot
would
the whole time.
actually be kind of useful in that. It's got a small hitbox. This level is like, I think it's the biggest level in the game. Like,
Yeah,
by a
size
lot.
wise.
It's very spread out and it's very vertical and it's, yeah.
Securing French Flavius is really funny. I just had to point that out. I'm sorry, guys.
I actually have no idea what he sounds like. So fun fact for everybody, I don't play with audio, so only you guys get that.
Oh,
Just because I have it in through like a line-in via my
Right.
CRT, which is what I play on. Because
just
my
realized
capture
I-
card's audio doesn't work with modern Windows,
It's weird.
because it's really old.
I just realized I hadn't been listening to the audio though.
Same
It's
here.
okay, you haven't really been missing anything.
I have it on, guys.
I missed French Flavius. Oh.
Still doing the no coin thing.
Just come on, man. Come on. Not a one. No coins, no rocks, no nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Just fire. Due to the nature of this level, it's hard to think of what could potentially break it, because there's not really a good way to get between the islands, other than the intended way.
Somehow introduce sprocket rockets into this game. That's how we're gonna do it. Let's go.
Oh no.
Is this Chompy just... Are you gonna have to put on another Skylander just to kill it?
Hold on, I have an idea.
Oh, okay. That's crazy.
Nice.
Optimal.
Road to live.
Very optimal.
World record pace.
Yeah, this person has the leaderboard sweep, by the way.
I still hold 118% world record because no one else went for it.
Yet. I should learn
It's
Hundo.
like-
Hundo's kind of fun.
It's like 6.5 hours long. Like
I
literally
could do it,
anyone-
Jens. Like, don't even play.
Yeah.
I
You
know all of the
what?
levels. I could
Maybe-
theoretically do it.
Maybe I am
Oh.
saying this so you do go for it, right? Like, I would have
Manipulation.
improved it, but I really don't want to deal
I
with
think you
more
can get
fights.
sub 4.
Yeah, you
Universe
can.
could never run 118%.
Never.
Yeah, they have the main leaderboard, but they could never get the category extensions.
That is kind of
Yeah.
true because I will never do Christmas percent in my life.
What about
There's just-
cheese percent?
There's so many kind of joke runs that we have on there that are. There's some amount of competition. Oh, do we have the weird visual glitch with Stealth Elf here?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, where she's
Nice.
just kind of sliding around.
Yeah,
Self help,
pretty
I needed
cool.
to get up there. Thank you. Let's see if I can get the like phase skip here.
A skip.
Yeah, hold on, I'll tell you if I get it. It's really stupid. It's like the dumbest thing in the game. I've noticed that you usually get it if you just like stop dashing once you're into the arena.
No dash, just slide.
I did.
Yeah. Oh yeah, what causes that? I forget.
I have no idea.
It's something with bounce pads.
Have
Oh,
the
you mean
time-
the stealth elf thing?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I didn't. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
Half the
whatever.
time for these games, the explanation to glitches is it just happens sometimes.
Okay.
That's pretty true, actually.
Boing. So now, Evil Dragon. I don't remember the name.
You got
Fake
it.
dragon
It's
Either.
Evil Dragon.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. There's a thing sometimes where that guy can get stuck up there forever.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah,
I think we're coming up on time here.
we are. So after these guys are gone, there's one more wave of enemies.
The dragon's
These
name is
two.
Vathek.
Oh, good to know. And then after I kill this guy, the cutscene plays. And time.
Nice.
23:57 or 23
Yeah,
something.
yeah, it was 23:50 something.
Maybe
Nice to know.
24 flat. I don't know. But yeah, that was 30 seconds off of my PB, by the way, just to show you how bad that is.
Nice.
But yeah, that was now every single level in Skylanders, Spyro's Adventure.
All of the full length ones.
Yeah, all the full length levels. We don't talk about.
We do not
Heroic
talk about
challenges.
heroic challenges now.
True.
But yeah, that is all that I'm here for. I think.
Till tomorrow.
It's yeah, until I have to commentate for Corey's run, which is at like 6 a.m. I think.
7 a.m. for us. Or
7 a.m.?
6:55.
6, yeah, close enough.
Very cool.
So, Skylanders Giants 3DS tomorrow.
Yes.
Morning.
A game that I know nothing about, so.
Let's go.
But yeah, thank you guys for watching and hopefully donating and stuff. That's what, like I said earlier, that's what we're here for. And thanks for watching the run. I love to be able to play this speed game that I like a lot in front of people. I have not played in like an outside community event before when it comes to this game, so very exciting to be able to do that for the first time, and I'm happy to have been able to put on a good enough showcase of the run, you know, a sub hour, sub 59 even.
Just casually.
Yeah, you know, just dropping one, whatever.
You did a very good job, Uni. Awesome job.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Uni.
Thank you.
But yeah, now that that's all done, I think we're about ready for the next run. Yay!